And we are live.
Yep.
No, they're big problems.
I'm back.
And we have brought back the special guest.
Your favorite.
You all called for him. All the comments just asking for him to come back. The thousands and thousands of comments that we have on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's good to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome back, anonymous black guy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Is now the time to say it? It's finally time to say it.
No one's going to find him in Milwaukee.
Not with that face.
No.
Blends
Well, we're here. And recent events have happened that Charlie Kirk, the conservative talker, got assassinated. It's a crazy thing. I don't know if there's been an assassination that I've been alive for.
No, nothing.
There was the attempt on Trump, but he didn't get killed.
Like that was crazy.
That was nuts.
That was crazy enough.
Yeah. That one would have had way more impact. I mean, this one was really bad, but if any president gets shot, that would have been
I mean,
crazy.
technically, if we're going to get technical and you're going to have this much outrage about it, I forgot her name. That makes it sound real bad. But the Democratic...
The lawmakers?
The lawmaker
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Minnesota that got shot. I think her name was something...
It was a whole family. It was a husband
oh.
and wife.
And a dog.
And dog, yeah.
And dog got murdered.
not good.
Yeah, which was... She was on a list of a bunch of people to get assassinated. So the only reason she didn't get that much notoriety was Charlie Kirk has a large platform.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
also,
talking about-
no one knows who she is.
Yeah, like I forgot her name.
Yeah. I mean, state senator, right? That's
Yeah.
what she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one, not to say it's insignificant relative to Charlie Kirk thing,
Also horrific. You know.
yeah, but it is one of those things of like someone no one knows, to your point. No one knows who that is other than when they get murdered, their name gets put up. And you go, well, a politician got murdered in Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's the one with where the guy was in the mask
the-
at the front door in the Ring camera?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a police officer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was that whole thing.
Yeah. I definitely saw it, and that was definitely fucked up. But also, I think
That's
this,
also not public either, which makes it way less shocking or jarring.
You're saying the video?
Like the Minnesota lawmakers, there wasn't a crowd watching that happen.
Oh, sure. I think the big thing for me is that if this was a video of that senator in the same situation, I think it would have had the same effect. I think
Yeah,
the
totally.
brutality of getting shot like that was insane to see in broad daylight, as opposed to like you have a video of a guy in a mask and you hear about a senator dying. You're so disconnected from the brutality of the situation.
Yeah.
But man, was that video gnarly. That was probably one of the worst things I've seen
Yeah.
Yeah.
in quite some time. And I remember, because I think I have to imagine most people went through this progression with this thing, that you see, I swear I saw like the faraway shot, but as I was scrolling through something and just assumed it was fake, because it seemed just like Charlie Kirk, like it just seemed like some throwaway bullshit. And then I saw a headline that was like Charlie Kirk gets shot. I was like, okay, so that's real.
Yeah.
And then it was like I was continued scrolling, then got to the video from the faraway shot, and I was like, oh shit. And they even blurred it from far away, and you just like saw him move and get blurred out.
Yeah.
And then I found the close-up shot, and it was
No
like
blur.
And, you know, they're like what 10 feet away from the guy, and that. Then as he gets shot, you see they blur that one, and then I found the real one. And man, let me tell you, people listening, you don't want to go watch that. It is so fucked up. With it's almost as if it was a movie, with the way he gets hit and the blood that comes out in that moment.
Most movies, I would say, wouldn't even show something that horrible.
Yeah, like it almost seems like comical how much blood was coming out in that shot. Like it's like, oh man. Once you see that, it really sets things into like, yeah, we shouldn't be killing each other. Like just that moment.
Sadly, it takes that to be
I know.
shocking enough.
Like, you really don't understand the absolute, like, how absolute death is. When you see something like that, it's like you see someone going from talking and hanging out to being shot and how violent. It's so nuts.
And one of the common takes was, school shooting happened at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like equally as horrible. It's like totally agree with that. But
Yeah.
I understand people reacting to Charlie's death more because it was literally broadcast to everyone.
Yeah.
And in public, and a figure that has been on people's phones and a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
Like it's understandable that causes more response.
Yeah.
Sadly, but
For sure. But I think also, again, if we had live video of the school shooting and a similar level of video like the Charlie Kirk one,
Yeah.
I think there'd be equal.
It'd be absolutely.
Yeah, I think
that's
that
the difference.
Seeing that is because the school shooting stuff, you always get like
It's a headline.
that, or
Yeah.
you get the footage that's like in the hallways and there's a guy walking around and it's like grainy. You hear shots. It's like you never really see anything. No, again, not saying that's good. It's just
Yeah.
like it never hits as much as the Charlie Kirk thing, where you just got fucking blasted. It's terrible. And now there's gonna, who knows what the reaction is gonna be?
Oh, you're saying like call it the rubber band. Like what's the Charlie Kirk, what the far right people that everyone called Charlie Kirk are going to do if they were following them, if they're upset. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like what happens to gun laws? Does that change at all? What happens to the people who feel like they've just been like because again, I think you go watch. I said this before on the podcast. Charlie Kirk, relative to any political extremism, is moderate
Yeah.
in what he says and talks about, and is a guy who invited for open debate. I didn't know a lot about him before this whole shooting thing, but I was like, oh, he's just some fucking conservative talking dude. And now it's like this right wing. Like, there's if you go look at like MSNBC and stuff like that, people are talking about like this right wing extremist.
Spread a wave of hate over the
Yes,
country.
like,
It's
let's not forget who.
no one really
hateful-
talked about him
Yeah.
before this.
All the headlines are like, look at this, like, don't. I saw one that was, let's not forget just how hateful Charlie Kirk was. Like, people are writing headlines after the guy just got assassinated broad
Yeah.
daylight. It's fucking so bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of takes from that side that are very, let's just say this is what happens when you say these kind of things. This is the comeuppance of talking with violence or talking about violence.
Yeah.
Like, what did you expect to happen? And they like bring up quotes that he said where it was like, there's an acceptable amount of
Guns.
or it's like a necessary
deaths and- yeah.
deaths are necessary, and he hates the word empathy, and he was like, empathy's a disgusting, or not a disgusting word, but he doesn't like the word empathy being used. It's like
But
a talking point.
but that's another one that they
That was also
because if you read the
way out
last
of
part of that, it
context.
says,
Yeah.
I'm more about having compassion because empathy is about putting yourself what they've
He
gone
said
through.
sympathy is a better word.
And
That was
compassion.
the end of the quote. Yeah.
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 But he was
But
like-
another misquote where it's just like, I don't have empathy. And
Right,
cut.
right. And it's like the rest of it is all about being a good person. Again, conservatives say stuff that I definitely don't agree with, but it's one of those things that like they're making this guy seem like he was fucking Adolf Hitler, as they do.
Yeah.
And now they're justifying him being killed, which is crazy for almost anyone on the planet to be like, words have justified him being killed. Anyone's words.
Yeah.
Words are not violence.
Well,
That's the problem. Equating words to violence. They call it the same thing.
Yeah. And even on the sliding scale of violence, he got the worst version.
yeah.
Like, we're not even talking about someone getting beat up. We're talking about a guy getting his head blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. I'm about some dark shit of that. So I wonder what's gonna happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
I was listening to somebody because I was listening to interviews to people talking about this on both sides, and people are like, one guy had a point that, and he was saying that we're so comfortable now that until people start going hungry or dying in mass, people probably won't do anything.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably right.
Wait, what does that mean? Like no reaction to anything?
Yeah, like this will happen and it's terrible and there will be a lot of like, loudness on both sides about it.
It'll have its news cycle.
Yeah, and then it'll just
Then
go
it'll
away.
fade away.
Yeah, there'll probably be some fear stricken into the people who do these things that they probably won't do as much.
Yeah.
But will there be actual change in any direction? I don't know. No, which again, maybe that's good. I don't know if we want like a fucking civil uprising, but it's also like we can't let this stuff happen. We can't be okay with some guy who's like, "Hey, come debate me," regardless of his views, and then he gets killed, and we're like, "Hell yeah, that's just it."
Yeah.
There's no consequence to those things. Granted, the guy, if supposedly they got the guy,
Yeah.
the guy, which apparently the FBI dropped the fucking ball on 3 separate occasions.
Seems like it.
Yeah, they found 3 different suspects. None were the person, and the guy who did it supposedly told his dad that he did it, and his dad turned him into the police.
Yeah. Otherwise, would they have caught him? Who knows?
Why did we pay the FBI?
Yeah.
And the guy's like he's not like a fucking Mossad agent. He's a 22-year-old kid.
That
He
plays
confessed to his dad. Like,
Yeah.
Is he that sneaky?
Yeah, he probably could have gotten away with it.
And then they have all the camera footage. They're like, it's this guy, and they just couldn't.
Wrong guy.
Yeah. Well,
That-
no,
I think that was-
the pictures of the right guy. They found
So that is the guy in the pictures.
Yes.
the one with the glasses going up the stairs with
Got
the
it.
backpack.
That's
the right
him.
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are actual pictures of him. So they had, but did they find him before or after? Like, I have no idea.
After what?
Like, did he turn himself in and then they were just like, hold on a sec, was he even in the building? Oh, he was in the building. Like, I don't know if it was like he confessed.
I think the pictures came out first.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, because I saw the pictures pretty quickly after the shooting. I saw the sunglasses guy you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pictures.
He was
Yeah.
like walking down some
Yeah,
stairs.
I saw
outside.
those like maybe hours after.
Got
Not
it.
hours. Same day, I'd say, when he got shot.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's nuts. No, I saw the picture of the guy. What? No. Guy has no chin. It's just one of those guys when you see the picture of the shooting, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, we can insult this guy.
Like, but it's just like those weird things of you see, and I don't know how much it's just me going, I would have thought he was a shooter, you know, or you see him, you're like, he just has the shooter profile of like,
He's got the look.
yeah,
for sure.
they all have a look. Every time you see one, it's like, yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does for sure have. He doesn't have the Luigi look though. Like Luigi was handsome.
He is an outlier.
True. Yeah.
Luigi is
He's probably the only hot shooter, but he's not I guess that's not
yeah, he was doing God's work. God.
exactly. This is a God podcast. No, I'm saying like I guess this one's not a mass shooting, but the shooters who are, I don't know, because like every school shooter is like, they look fucking weird, or like the guy who shot up the fucking theater during Batman.
Yeah.
That guy looked weird. Like they never look good, and Luigi's like, hot dude. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. You seem like you could have had a better life going forward. What happened to you?
Yeah, I feel like
I actually never got his motivation. I didn't pay attention to see what he like. I did this because I actually don't remember.
Well, it's because of healthcare stuff.
Was it like just in general? Like, did someone suffer in his family under health?
Oh, I don't
I
think
think-
so.
The stories I heard, which initially they were saying that like, oh, maybe it was someone in his family who went through something. And then I think they cleared all that. But then there was something about he got hurt. He hurt his back a long time ago. But then he came from a well-off family, so it's not like money was a problem with healthcare stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I could find was them talking about how he had this back injury and he was in so much pain all the time. And then it just devolved into him killing the CEO. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't follow. He was like a valedictorian of a school or some shit, and he's like a good-looking guy, and then I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
a weird one.
Now it's even weirder. If you're a valedictorian, you have money, and you're good looking, you're telling me that your life isn't at least okay enough to where you don't have to shoot someone?
Right. Again, all I read from that makes no sense. I don't understand.
Government plant. That's what that
I mean,
is.
who knows? It's a weird one.
And then this guy, we'll wait to see his motivations because the bullet casing etching.
Oh, yeah.
Are like Helldivers, video games, ooh woo. Literally one of them is like ooh woo.
So the only
you read
the one of the fired ones had Helldivers 2 is a video game. Very fun video game. The anonymous black guy.
Too late.
Both played, and it's very, very fun. And it's like while you're the whole game. You ever seen the movie? What is it? Not Space Invaders. It's like the
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers. You ever seen that? It's like a parody of like a alien invasion movie with Neil Patrick Harris. It's pretty good.
Right.
But anyway, the whole game is kind of like that, where you're like you're dropped on a planet. You're a human race that can like essentially. I think it's just cloning. I don't know. They just make infinite soldiers and send them on these missions to fight like either robots or fucking weird bug aliens. And in the game, they all have catchy lines like "for democracy," and one of them is it's "catch this fascist" when you're throwing a grenade. And one of the bullets that the kid had said "catch this fascist."
Yeah.
And then the unfired bullet had "if you read this, you're gay." LMAO, which
Oh my
is
God.
terrible.
Oh, he got all of us.
We're all gay now, but it's such a dude. You're reading this serious shit. You're seeing these terrible videos. I'm reading this article, and it's like you're reading a serious news article about like, yeah, he leaves a family of 3 left behind, and it's like start reading what's scripted on these bullets.
And then you're just like, damn it.
It's like catch this fascist, and If you're reading this, you're gay. LMAO. Oh. God. That's something.
Was that his motive?
To make
Just wanted
everybody
to get
gay.
that out there.
He just wanted to get that out. I got so many people.
The last thing I read about him, which again, I feel like a lot is still ambiguous and people are just writing about shit, but the initial thing was it's like, oh, he's a Republican, because I think his dad is a police officer and he was raised in a Republican family, and there's enough information around that. But then the whole new take is that no, he's actually left-leaning because he's doing the kid thing with their parents, like going against what they're about. Like, he was raised in a Republican family. He was like,
And
fuck.
he also
Republicans.
shot Charlie Kirk. I feel like
Right.
that's evidence enough.
I would think so. It wouldn't make sense if he was right-leaning. He was like, because that's a right-leaning
Yeah.
dude.
He didn't look weird
It's like
enough.
not my brand of conservatism.
Yeah, like he didn't look weird enough to be like the kind of person that's like, I want to be the one that took your life so that you're with me forever, kind of thing. Like he didn't look.
Oh, no.
He didn't look to
No.
that
Not like
level.
a John
of,
Lennon
shit.
assassin.
yeah,
Okay,
where it's just like I just wanted you to be with me forever, or like the
Don't even
Dimebag
think about that
Darrell-
angle.
Oh,
Dimebag
yeah,
Darrell
yeah.
shotgun guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't think it was that level of fandom.
No, I don't think so. We'll find out soon. I guarantee it. But it's a sad thing.
No, he's going to die in prison, or he's going to die in jail.
Oh, he's gonna get Epstein.
He's going to get Epstein.
It is, dude. Don't you find it crazy that he did die so quickly, but then Ghislaine Maxwell is not? She's not dead yet.
Nope.
They put her in prison.
She did all the stuff.
Yeah, she
heavily involved.
She was the number. She was the right hand of all of that, if
Yeah.
not number two. Or,
debatably number one. She like organized it.
yeah, she brought the girl supposedly. So, that's the one thing that does throw kind of a weird thing into this whole Epstein didn't kill himself, because why is she still alive if she has all this information?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
they got her
Like-
on the. Did she go to jail?
Oh yeah, she's in prison.
Yeah.
So she's alive. Again, it's one of those things that, like, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that the Epstein death was really weird.
Yeah.
It is. But then, if the government or someone was like, yo, if we don't kill this guy, he's going to let shit out, why is Ghislaine alive?
Like maybe there's
Maybe
a,
she doesn't know stuff.
How would that be possible, though?
like
She was
division
so
of labor,
involved.
but like a division of labor kind of thing where it's just like you get the girls, I'll procure the political.
Maybe she didn't know the
people, like, I'll get
clients.
the people like the clients or something. Like maybe it was, and maybe he. I don't know how death would solve it, like a death switch maybe or some crazy thing. But like basically maybe he was the one that had the full records of
Got, like,
every.
he had the
single person.
collateral to blackmail.
Yeah,
and
he
she
had
doesn't.
he had the something, and maybe he was blackmailing them. Like, if you don't get me out of here, I will release it. And they were like, "Well, we're just gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's fair.
You should have just shut up and gone to jail, like a good boy."
Yeah. It doesn't help that they released a video and said this is it and had a whole
Like,
piece
minute?
missing from the video.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure they said, here's the minute, and it was a recording of an entirely different space. And the internet was like, what?
No, we're still on to you. What's going on?
This is even worse. You said this is a video of a different area of the jail.
Someone just pieces it together and be like, "You're telling us this is a continuation video, huh?"
Dude, but
Okay.
seriously, I need to validate that, but I remember they're like, here's the video that we cut out, or the minute, and it was of a different spot in the jail.
Yeah.
God, our government's so dumb.
No. We're dumb. That's why they're feeding us this because we can't figure it out.
That's fair.
We can't.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
have the information.
But it's also like, once you figure it out, what can you do? If you we're like, here's the evidence, and you go up to the CIA and you're like, I have it. What do you think they're gonna do?
Cool. We knew that already. Tell
Well,
us
I
something
think
we don't
I
know.
think they just fucking kill you. If you're like, hey, I had the thing that proves that Epstein is involved with all this stuff, they'd be like, come on in. Come here. Come on in. You want soda? You want soda?
You met our friend Jason? Jason Bourne? Yeah.
He's in here. He's gonna beat the shit out of you.
He's back. Real.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. God. All right. Well, anything else on the Charlie Kirk stuff?
Yeah. No, there's nothing.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
R.I.P. until we find out more from our whatchamacallit guy motivations. There's really nothing.
Yeah.
Everything that's out there is pretty much.
Oh,
out
actually, while we're on this topic, unrelated but in the political sphere, have you seen the fucking video of Trump at the 9/11 memorial, and he's apparently had a stroke? Have you seen this?
No.
No.
Recent?
Whole half of his face started drooping in the middle of the U.S. 9/11 memorial. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, God.
And supposedly, so right before there's the video of him at the memorial,
Yeah.
there was a video posted talking about the Charlie Kirk death, and it's totally an AI video. It's totally.
No way.
I didn't even
Yeah,
notice.
so-
Like I know the video
Oh.
you're talking about, but I didn't know it was AI.
Yeah, if you look at it long enough, it's
It did feel weird.
yeah, it's AI,
That's
dude.
crazy.
And then literally after, you can find the picture now because it's everywhere. His face is literally like fucking drooped on
That
one
just
half.
happened.
Yeah, that was within the past day.
Oh
So
my
he
God.
stroked out. If we get if he dies, dude.
First of all,
JD.
it's going to be an uproar on the left of like, yay.
Oh, for sure.
And
they
then-
will be celebrating that. Which, again, not saying celebrating anyone's death is good. I don't think Donald Trump is helping us. So if he dies from natural causes, I don't know if that's
It's
the
not.
it's not
Careful.
the worst thing in the world. It's not gonna-
Whoa.
no one's killing him. I'm not
He's killing
advocating.
him.
Well, yeah, but people die. It'd be like if
He's old.
He is
Could-
old.
it could
But
happen.
here's the difference. I think that man's in control of a lot of our like welfare. I'd say
Yeah.
in general. If that man makes a poor decision, like puts us against a war, gets a nuclear power,
Yeah.
that affects us.
Yeah.
If that man dies from natural cause, I'm like, probably good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck that guy.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just also if he dies, it's like what JD Vance takes in. You hope JD,
JD would
Vance is
take
good.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably be better than Trump, but who fucking knows?
Yeah.
And then if he dies, what's the right gonna do? Are they gonna be like, they're killing all of us? They got Kirk, they got Trump.
Well,
If Kirk, Trump, and JD died in the same week,
Oh, dude, if JD died,
That'd be-
if I think if Trump and Kirk, it would be like it will have boiled to the top, but not have burst. If JD Vance got assassinated
like,
after
okay, guys,
that, yeah, dude, chill the fuck out. I think it would truly, the country would explode.
that would be crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it has any other than JFK. I guess
Who's third in command?
that's a
if-
good
I think
question.
it's the head of one of the things. What's the speaker?
Fucking Ron Johnson? Not
No,
Ron
it's
Johnson.
got to be one of the secretaries, Secretary of State or not Defense. I don't think that would be. I think Secretary of State.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember in middle school took the Constitution test.
Remember House of Cards?
What's that civics
In
class?
college?
No.
Oh.
This was high school.
Oh,
I was supposed to know that in civics, but I forgot it already.
Oh, I think they just in middle school they just were like, this is the test about the Constitution because we had to like take the Constitution test,
Oh, didn't
which
have
they
to do
made
that.
it. They made it seem like that was like becoming a citizen. It was
Nice.
weird in my school. They were like, we have to all study for this big Constitution test.
Oh, you're an immigrant.
I went to a school.
Only
full
you
of
took
illegals. We're all working in a sweatshop all day, and then we get our green card.
Yeah, just like you guys weren't building Nikes when you were growing up in middle school.
K through 8 just putting Nikes together. It was fucking nuts.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, but I think that would, because I don't think there's ever been multiple assassinations. JFK was the only one, presidential assassination, right? I don't think any other, like,
There's been other
Reagan
shoot-
was attempted.
Yeah, there's been a
Okay.
lot of attempted, but I think
not-
the only
not success.
death,
Yeah.
was JFK. I think there might have been one before that wasn't.
I mean, Lincoln.
oh,
if you wanna go
right,
way
right,
back,
right,
yeah.
right.
But like I was gonna say, like televised and very, very popularized.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's crazy to live in this world where, like, if it does happen, we will have, just like we have with Charlie Kirk, footage that will be probably right up front.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the attempted one on Trump, we had
Yeah.
every
Oh,
angle.
Yep.
That would-
Fuck.
Dude, the head could have just gotten blown off with several angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you didn't just turn and look to the right at the right time.
Which,
Yeah.
that's we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
It is a weird one.
Staged.
It's just,
Staged.
I don't, how do we prove that it's staged if it is? That's the thing. It's like, I have no idea how to. And there was a legitimate person, and the person died via the shot
Yeah,
that
you
passed
have
him.
to start thinking extreme maliciousness. Like, we're going to
Yeah.
take out a bystander
That's what I'm saying.
for the sake of this act
Or-
of winning an election.
Yeah.
Did anybody dig into that person and if his family got any money? 'Cause maybe he was recently diagnosed with a terminal illness and he
Oh,
got his
shit.
family paid because he was going to die anyway. Or he
Damn.
was an
so he's like,
extreme
I'll
hater.
die for Trump to get elected.
Or it'll be like, I died for Trump to get elected. Like, there's so many conspiracy
Well,
roads you could
here's
go
the
down.
only thing that makes it really weird for me, and I haven't dug too deep, but the guy who was the shooter had, like, no social media presence. Everything.
Wasn't his place like scrubbed?
Yeah. He had no silverware. He had nothing in the cabinets. He had like an entirely empty place. And when they went to anyone, he was like 22, I think. Anyone who's been born in the last 20 years has a social media presence and has some digital footprint.
Yeah.
He has none.
Even like MySpace.
Anything.
Something.
So for a guy to have a scrubbed apartment and no digital fingerprint.
I like footprint.
I use my computer with my feet. But it's just like, that adds a layer of weirdness to
He
it.
could have done that himself, though. Been like,
True.
I need to just clean my apartment. Like, who knows how those people think? Like, he thought he could get away from it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave no trace of myself.
Wait, didn't he got shot? Oh, yeah, that's true. He got shot immediately. So I guess, yeah, he could have been like, I'm going to get away. And then just
Did not.
got picked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is weird, but something we'll probably never know. And it's like who is going to cop to like, oh yeah, that was totally staged. Not in our lifetime, I don't think.
Yeah, it'll get released in some redacted,
declassified bullshit that was like, yeah, totally staged.
yeah, like 200 years from now, you're like, yeah, you remember
Yeah,
that?
you guys are all fucking stupid for believing that shit. Guy had a patch on his ear, and you all bought it.
We're all dead in our respective.
That patch was huge.
It was
For the
massive.
cut he had. It was like a tiny little nick on his ear.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
have a lot
no
of blood vessels there.
I'm no ballistics expert, but it just seems like if you get hit by a bullet, I would think it would just like blow your ear off. But maybe I guess I would have to truly skim it.
Just grazed it.
It's just
Yeah.
nuts.
And there's not enough force. There's not enough, I guess, solid material for a bullet to balloon off of on any part of this ear. Because what makes it balloon is like the impact goes in and then it hits something solid and then it balloons out. Almost
Okay.
like doing this with
Oh,
my
I didn't know
hand.
that.
That's what makes it balloon out, is like hitting a thing like that.
Gotcha.
So if they did, even if it hit it straight on, it'd probably just like ricochet off because there's not enough solid material on your ear to do that.
Got it.
So, and we don't know how.
You're starting to sound like Lib. If I'm being honest.
Listen, man, I know my bullets.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? All right. Anyway, let's dig into some topics that are not political. Let's see what we got. Interrogation technique. When you fight,
Sounds political.
I mean, government's definitely use interrogation techniques. So
Or
yes.
it's a fucking metal band.
Be a good name for the metal band. Yeah. When you fight and make up, you subconsciously become more ingratiated with them. Forgot who I was listening to this from, but this, when they're negotiating, getting like in micro arguments, and then being like, I'm sorry, man. And the more you do that, the more you become closer, like without you even knowing it. We go like, if I'm like, fuck you, you're like, fuck, and like, dude, I'm so sorry. Let's just keep talking about
That
this.
makes you stronger.
Yeah, and it made me think about too of like people who break up in abusive relationships and then get back together.
Yeah.
You're just digging this well of bond between the two while just being angry and fighting and angry and fighting, just getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Oh, we've been through so much together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a common line. Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. Isn't that weird? And they use an interrogation where they like literally create this fake relationship.
Like, I'm sorry I waterboarded you.
I'm so sorry about
That's-
that.
that's my bad.
Well, like, dude, the good cop, bad cop thing is a staple. It's just being like, yo, I'm a piece of shit. And they're like, listen, I just want to help me help you. And that just like creates this cycle of you being bonded to the people interrogating you.
Yeah. I have seen podcasts where they're like, oh, the waterboarding one is like, he said the waterboarding one is the only one that's like what you do, but like ripping people's nails out and doing that kind of stuff, like they don't do that because
Sure.
that's what they said. He said it
crossing
doesn't
the
work.
line.
He said it doesn't work, but he said the easiest thing that they do is they just treat one person, like if it's a group of people, they'll bring them all in and they'll just be like, they'll ask them questions, be like, hey, they didn't tell us, like, oh, you're the man of you're the man of the group, right?
Sure,
Like, it'll be
yeah,
like a
yeah.
little kid. They'll
Yeah.
get the youngest one, and
Yeah.
because the old ones are always like the actual men of the group. They'll
Yeah.
take the youngest one. They'll be like, you're a real man of the group. Notice anything weird? And they'll just like give him cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I don't know him. He just came around a couple of times,
Get
and
a
it's just
dose
like,
of that
thanks, man.
status.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you find the weakest link and you create a relationship with them, they're probably going to tell you whatever you want to know. And then if you add the layer of like actual torture, they're probably really going to tell you what you want to know. I have to imagine most people are not. Like, you see in movies all the time of them like torturing people. I'm like, no, No, I just feel like most people.
Yeah, it's so badass.
Yeah, I just
Hold
feel
on.
like within a minute, most people are like, I'll tell you anything you want.
Holy shit! Don't rip my
Yeah, what
nails
the
off.
fuck? You're ripping my nails off? You could have just asked me.
Don't even start. I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, that's.
Maybe if you're soft. You know,
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah. Well,
Get the clippers.
For the podcast?
we can waterboard you. That's easy to do.
That is pretty easy to do.
I've heard enough people who think they're badass go and try it and then be like, that's the worst thing in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they really figured it out with that one.
Now that's innovation.
Well, I mean, truly, because it is one that, like, it won't kill you, and you can
Yeah.
do it infinitely.
Yeah.
It'll just terrorize someone until the end of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good for them. But the CIA, I mean, dude, that whole war era in the Middle East, they do that shit all the time. They did it to U.S. citizens,
Yeah.
where they'd be like, we think you're a terrorist. Get in here.
Come on.
Yeah. There's one, I think I've talked about it on this podcast before. There's one famous guy, infamous. He knew that the CIA suspected him as being a terrorist in like 2000. This is like right after 9/11. And he goes, I know I'm not. I'm going to go turn myself in and tell them. And for 3 days, they tortured him and got nothing out of him and just sent him home.
Oh.
He's like, guys, no, I'm not. I'm just here. Like, it's fine. They're like, oh, yeah, you're not. And they just waterboarded him for 3 days. And we're like, oh, you're right.
Like,
Get out of here.
you're playing games with us?
You think you got
You disgust me.
this some new age Russian technique?
Yeah, what the hell? This is my America.
That literally sounds like something that would happen in South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like Kyle goes to and is like, guys, I'm not a terrorist. What are you talking about, terrorist?
terrorist. You can come to our country. Dude, funny, not even funny enough, but the new South Park season, the episode before last, was making fun of Charlie Kirk.
Full Trump dick. Oh wait, Charlie Kirk.
Well, that was the first episode.
Yeah,
Full
yeah.
Trump dick, yes. But the whole thing was Cartman becoming Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Very funny episode.
Yeah.
They pulled it immediately.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is respectful.
That's good.
Yeah, dude. Good on them, because that's one where I'm like, is it worth leaning to the bit that someone just got fucking assassinated?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
which I,
Dude, the thing is, that would have been perfect because I would never have expected Charlie Kirk would be fucking assassinated.
no, dude, it's so insane that it happened within like a week. Like literally, this is the episode before last, so we're talking
Yeah.
within a couple of weeks
Yeah.
that they put that out, and it's a hilarious
They're
episode.
just getting too good. They're too
Yeah.
quick.
They can predict the future.
Simpsons, new age Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thought that was just a interesting point. Interesting.
Interesting.
So interesting.
Bring back my episode.
Truancy laws. You guys want to talk about those?
Remind me.
It is
Truancy.
you have to put your kid in school. It's illegal to not put your kid through school until
Oh.
they're 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't know that
What's your take?
was a thing.
I think it's going to be pretty in line with how I feel about any law, is that I think it... So they were put in place in 1852, which is, stuff's booming, things are changing for the better in humanity in the west side of the world. And I think it's similar to the child labor stuff, where it ignores all the context of what's going on. So like child labor, for example, a lot of people be like, child labor laws, abolish child labor. And it's like, no. The free market and capitalism abolished child labor. It's just that people don't realize that all these immigrants coming to the United States to work, and kids are working. In everywhere around the world, the default is your kid works. Because if the kid doesn't work, you die. You need people on the farm. You need them to be working.
Gotta have lots of kids help you out.
Yeah. So now, from this new opportunity moving here, by default, most of the kids are working in factories because families can't afford to not have their kids work, as the rest of the world is working on those pretexts. Then within that time span, certain families start to get wealthy enough through those means that their kids don't have to work. And then people start going, oh, there's kids working in the factories. Well, people are slowly being pulled away from that world into where their kids don't have to work. And they create child labor laws, and now they go, kids can't work. And when they do that, it makes everything's worse. Everything worse. I mean, they tried this in Bangladesh in 2006, where they have a large amount of children. They're essentially working in like Industrial Revolution type situations, where it's like a very early economy.
Yeah.
And they put in laws in Bangladesh, and we're like, no more child labor. And what happens? All of those children either end up in the streets, prostituting themselves, or dying because they don't have another option. That's the whole point. It's like
yeah.
there's no like.
Wait, so where does it? You said it's about school though.
Yeah, so I'm getting to this point of the truancy stuff is the similar thing where they go, you have to have your kid in school, which lead to public education being forced on every kind of kid. But then you're also taking the families that, if they were in school, they were typically working to provide for their family. And now you take those kids that were keeping a family alive because they had to work in these situations in the 1850s. And you're going, no, you got to go learn now. And it just cripples all these families who like needed that income.
Yeah.
It's like just such tunnel vision on what is needed. Like, no, these kids should be learning English and like just making it so their family could potentially not survive these conditions. And now we're in this place of, if you don't put your kid in school, it's illegal, which I think education's a good thing. But should you go to prison if you don't put your kid in school? I guess that's the question.
No, I mean, you can homeschool your kid.
But even that's the legality thing. You have to prove to the government that you're actually
You're, like
educating your
following
kids.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you? What?
There's some means. Because if you
There's a curriculum you still have to follow.
yeah, and they will, there's some means that you have to prove that you're educating your child. You can't just like pull them out of school and they have no record of going to school.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. So you think it shouldn't be required?
Yes.
Kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
I would say probably not required. I'm going to take the hard stance of not required only because I have met a lot of educated people who are really fucking dumb.
Sure.
Okay.
And I've met people who didn't go to college but just read books on their own, and granted very niche intelligent, but the thing that they are intelligent on is so damn intelligent, like they just know stuff that makes no sense to me whatsoever, but they've just read every single book under the sun about it. So if someone wants to be like very honed in on a very particular topic, and let's say whatever, their math suffers because of it, but they're an eloquent, they're debater or something like that. Like they're very passionate about some topic and they just want to debate people. They want to write papers and write books about it, but they suck at math because of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there should be a forced curriculum on everyone to have some kind of baseline, because I think it would probably be better to have hopefully very specialized people pushing the edges of like some specific area. Like if some kid gets really into engineering and just wants to build stuff the entirety of his life, let him build
Go
stuff.
for it.
Yeah.
And like let him push
I
that envelope.
certainly feel that way about like gen eds in college. It's like, why are you making me?
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because you're
I'm
paying
here
for
to
it.
engineer. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're making me take an English class?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I think it's the push towards, I mean, everyone should know, education started off as a private enterprise entirely. It was first, I think the Rockefeller started the like first educational system that people could opt into, and people did when they had, again, it's the situation of when people had enough wealth or good enough where like they're, okay, we can just put our kid in school, we can afford their time to be over there.
Yeah.
It happened naturally. And then suddenly the government's like, we're going to create the public education system that not only does bad things like I just mentioned earlier, but then they insert their own agenda into the education system.
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
as time has progressed, it's become one of the most extremely unprofitable, corrupt places where they just kind of have, I mean, inner city schools are the worst schools in the world.
Yeah.
And it's public education. It's like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's another system I think that just needs to be burned to the ground and then just let private, it'll be unfortunate because there'll be a period where the private enterprise system, because it's been so strangle-held by public education, that it'll need time to revive. So hopefully there'll be an off-ramp, but man, it's not good.
I'm just gonna take the other side.
Do it, please.
What if you have a family who just like, I feel like it can be seen as almost child abuse in a way to just withhold your kid from an education.
Sure. Yeah.
'Cause they can't even make that choice at a certain age.
Yeah,
Like they don't know what's best for them.
that's fair.
So I feel like for the good of the public, it might be good to just have a base education for everyone.
Yeah. But then is the assumption that, like, parents, there's enough parents who are going to treat their children poorly that we should be concerned about that. And maybe that's true.
I don't know.
That enough parents are like, they would just choose to not educate their kids at all if they have the option. Because in this ideal world I'm talking of, and granted it's not what the situation is now, private schools are just affordable. And that's the thing. So you now have a product that is just way better than the public option, and it's affordable for everyone, because typically that's how it works. When you just have all this competition for schools that are like, no, come to our school. We have the best education. It becomes so affordable.
Yeah.
So in that situation, it's like, yeah, there will always be bad players in terms of a family that's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about my kid. But should that be, it's like the exception to the rule making the rule then? Where because there's 1% or less than 1% of people who are like, yeah, fuck my kids, then everybody has to suffer for those poor decisions. And
I guess how much is the suffering of forced education for, say, like K through 5?
I mean, I don't think there would be suffering. I just think it's a system that doesn't, like, if you take what's the statistic? It's like the high majority of people who have graduated from high school can't read at a 5th grade level. It's like that system itself is so poor at mass that even putting them in there, it might be better than nothing.
But yeah, like what's the alternative? You just can't fucking read at all? Or like do any math?
Yeah. I guess the argument would be a private institution. But yeah, I guess if in the situation where we rip out truancy laws and then there's just families who are like, I'm not educating my kid, which I have to imagine the high majority
I would think most
would be like, yo, we're going to find
I'm thinking about like small town families who like they run a fucking like a shrimp boat or something. They're like, you're
Yeah,
working
Forrest
on this
Gump.
shrimp boat. Yeah, it's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't going to school.
Not in
working
my
for the
house.
family business.
Oh, Lieutenant Dan needs help.
Yeah,
No, I
gotta
get it.
educate Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, I think we have to have the assumption that most parents want the best for their children. I think by default, and call it biological, call it by our internal moral compass, that most people want their kids to do better. And I think there's in Milton Friedman's book, Free to Choose, he talks about this whole thing about like school vouchers and how the system has worked and how, I think I brought it up to you a while ago. There's two, because the assumption is that, oh, private schools are so expensive and no one can afford that. And there's 2 places, one in Harlem and one in Brooklyn. I think I told you about the Harlem school, where it's like the community has gathered together and created a private school called the Harlem Something School in the middle of Harlem in New York, which is not a so nice place.
Yeah.
And has some of the highest testing scores in the nation. It has kids that go to all these Ivy League schools. Truly through a community-funded and organized system where they educate the kids. And I think that happens way more, and people just think that if we don't have public education, that no one wants to educate their kids. But most people are highly invested in their children. And because of that, they will find these communities and create these things, if not through a corporation doing it or a private community like that, they'll find better means to do it, as opposed to the government being like, your kids need to be in fucking school and we're going to teach them what we want.
And even that one's like we'll call it an extreme example of care. And then there's probably more people in the majority, call it like the 80% band of like, I don't think I would go to the level where I would start and fund a school and go through the trouble of organizing it and creating one in Harlem and all that. Like, that's probably an extreme group that's like, we want our kids to have a better education. But if it went to the level of private, there's probably people that would just be like, oh, I can just send them there.
Yeah. With more of that being allowed, then it doesn't become like 1 or 2 schools popping up. Should be pointing out that, and again, I need to go back and look at the book on this stuff, but it's like literally families that have almost no money. It's people who are working like minimum wage jobs who have made this thing, and it's not like a few people. It's like literally an entire community now built a school, and I believe it initially started off in a strip mall. They rented a space and they created a school where people were willing to.
Are they even teachers? Like how do they educate the kids?
They educate themselves. Some might have been.
And they had good test scores.
Oh yeah, dude. It's one of the
crazy.
It ranks as one of the top schools. It's insane. And there's one other one, I think it's in Brooklyn or another big city, where like people saw this exam and went, we can do the same thing. We can build this for our kids. Because you have to imagine, the education you're giving between ages like K through 8 is very, very surface level stuff that you could teach.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking young. Or did this go all the way to high school?
I think this is through high school. Yeah.
Okay.
But even that, I mean, it's like what you're teaching like maybe at the highest calculus.
Like maybe they don't have AP courses.
I'm thinking most people can't teach calculus or like.
Sure, but I would make the argument that so this happened in the '60s, this Harlem School thing.
Yeah.
Now with the internet, like you
True.
could easily put together something like that.
Yeah.
If those people in the '60s found a strip mall and pulled that off and had some of the highest test scores, today with the internet, it is so
Don't even need school, just YouTube.
Yeah, truly. But it's one of those things. Again, I think it's with we've been lied and lied to about like how we need these certain things like public education or welfare or social security, and it's proven that not only does the government keep spending to the point where they bankrupt all these systems, but then the service they provide via all these institutions is so poor that we all associate the worst things with like inner city schools. Like we all know those as the worst schools, and it's the most public school in the entire world. So, truancy.
You make a good
Keep 'em in
case,
there.
my friend.
Yes, I win. End the podcast. All right. What time are we at? Oh shit! All right, 45. Let's find something not as heavy. We've been talking a lot of politics. Dastard is a bastard, but worse.
Okay.
What?
No. Like a bastard's a. Because the word
Another word you made up?
No, dastard, like dastardly. You've never heard that?
Oh.
Yeah.
What is what it?
It's just like a you're bad.
Oh,
I should wrote down the definition.
So it's like bastard stopped hitting as hard, so they needed to like add to it.
I guess, but it's also like bastard meat has a definition of like you're whatever it is.
Illegitimate
Maybe your
child.
parents.
Yeah.
child,
And
or
a dastard is
fatherless
just like
child.
you're being like I think of pirates when I think of dastardly. I don't know why.
No.
Like a dastardly.
No, that just
I think of
connected in
Duke
my
Dastardly.
brain too.
Yeah.
Duke Dastardly from some old cartoon show where they would race, and he had a dog that would like.
Wait, his name was Dastardly?
Yeah, Duke Dastardly,
Oh, Duke Dastardly. Got it. Who knows? It could be good.
and he was a villain. Makes sense.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna be a good guy. Named
Wow.
Dastard.
My father's name was Dastard.
I come from a long line of dastards. I'm Dastard Junior the Fifth. Can you have a number after Junior? Didn't we have this conversation the other day? We were like, I was like, yeah, he's the second. All right, you said he's something the second. I was like,
Yeah.
so he's the junior. Like, no, he's the second. And I don't know which one. If you're a second, are you technically a junior, or do you are those separate titles?
Because I think
I feel like junior can be any one of them.
we have someone
No,
in the class
wait, what?
that's a second.
If you could be you could be the fifth and be a junior to the previous one.
Oh,
Oh man.
fuck! You just added another layer to this whole conversation.
Yeah, it's relative.
So, okay, there's a scale here. If you are any descendant and have the same name, you can be a junior. I think that has to be correct.
Because they don't stack, do they? You're like, I'm Keith Junior.
Junior.
Yeah. Which is why I think they throw in like the third and the fourth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
King-
probably typically don't say it after level 2.
Level 2.
I think it's
Junior.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like the third, fourth, like King Louis the Fifth. I think was a king or something like that. I know King.
Yeah,
Louis
yeah,
something.
yeah. So, do they it seemed I have to imagine they only do junior after the. I don't even know now, but I've never heard a junior and the number one mentioned as the same person. I've only ever heard of like this guy's something junior and this guy's Henry V.
I've only heard jokingly the second, and that was from a guy that was in our class who
Legend.
He has the legend.
Legend the second.
But yeah, he's just like has the same name as his dad, and he just doesn't want to be called Junior.
That's
And
fair.
he
Junior's
jokingly was like, "I'm the second."
that's fair. I don't think. Why would anyone want to be called junior? Honestly,
Yeah, that sucks.
you're just like
Yeah.
small for life.
So
You're
emasculating.
lesser
Yeah.
than the one before you.
Even if you lived not even arguably, objectively better life. Than
Yeah.
them, like I've done more than you.
Still junior.
Whatever, Junior.
Yeah, it's like a big brother thing because it's like, oh,
Yes,
it's still a
because
little
you're
one.
a fruit of my loins. You came out of me.
You can't stop me.
I'm the one that came in your mother. You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, how about this one? I saw this thing causing a little. Wait, what does it say? Not that.
You can't read.
Comments in Facebook post with hot white girl caption. This is a black girl's worst nightmare. I've seen these.
Yes.
Have you seen these floating around everywhere?
Yeah.
They've been like, I don't know who's. It has to be a white person posting these. I would assume they're trying to like stoke the flames, but they post a picture of like a hot white girl, and I've seen it with all ethnicities now. But they'll post it, and then the caption will be like, "This is a black girl's worst nightmare."
And it's usually a white girl that's got like a
like a
shelf
fat
butt.
ass. Yeah. And then the comments,
I see.
the
Okay.
comments are insane. Just
Why?
people being like, "Oh no, not this fuck!" Like people just warring with each other over like this would never. This is no one's worst nightmare, and like fuck you, you piece of shit. It is like,
Oh, they take it seriously?
oh yeah, it catalyzes one of the worst discussions in Facebook you've ever seen.
This is worse than the Charlie Kirk.
Dude, true. When I first saw it, I was like, because it's a little off-putting when you see the cat. You're like, oh, that's pretty fucking abrasive. And the comments are like, people. It's like as if someone killed a family member. People are taking this. It's nuts.
Wait, it's a joke, though, right? Or are they serious?
I mean,
Not
I
the
don't
comments,
know.
the original post.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I feel like it can't be serious just because there's nothing to really tie it. They're saying this is a black woman's worst nightmare. It couldn't be. They're not saying like, oh, she can cook better. Like there's things that they're just showing a picture of a hot person with a nice ass. Like that's exclusive only to black women. Like I can't. It's not.
yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know if they are doing it seriously.
That is also a weird joke.
Oh, it's an implied, like, in my opinion, an implied racial superiority joke.
Yeah,
Where you're
yeah.
like, yeah, it's like, now this girl has the only thing you had.
Yeah.
It's like, literally, it's like, that's all you got going for you.
Which is why I was like, maybe it's a joke, but maybe it's not. Maybe a person was literally like, black women just got butts, right? That's all they do?
Yeah.
Like, it could.
I don't know. I just saw it, I was like, fuck. And then, again, if you find any of these pictures, you can easily find it on the internet. The comments are insane. Of just people weighing into it, like, talking about killing each other's families and shit.
my
It is
God.
nuts.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you look at like, oh, okay. And then you go into the comments and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's insane.
That's what jungle fever does to you.
Gives you a big ass.
Yes.
The symptom, giant
Giant
ass. Okay, let's see.
Dickies.
No, that's fucking stupid.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, there we
there's a bunch of
sit.
things. There's a dancing plague that happened.
What?
I don't remember the time frame, but there's like this period in time. There's a lot of plagues, and we never talk about plagues now. Like COVID, I guess, would that technically be a plague?
What
Plague feels
constitutes
like a
plague?
strong term.
Yeah, plague feels like you have to die, right? I don't know what it would mean necessarily.
Yeah.
I just,
Like, I don't
but
know what the definition of a plague
Like
is.
we know the Black Plague, but then
Yeah.
this thing came up, and it was coming from. I was listening to the last podcast and left talk. It's like literally these documented accounts of people having this dancing plague, where like hundreds and thousands of people in towns across places in Europe would start dancing, wouldn't stop until they fucking died.
What?
They would
Whoa.
just get up, start dancing, moving, and moving. You ever seen the Always Sunny episode where they have to like do the dancing thing to win a prize? It's like
Yeah.
whoever stops dancing first. So imagine that, but like people are doing it and just can't stop.
Huh.
This is real?
Yeah.
Was
It's
it-
documented.
How did that happen?
They don't know. So there's I guess some suspicions around like there was some weird psychedelic thing in the water, like some drug that was going unknown and people were intaking either through the air or through the water, and it caused entire towns to kill themselves by dancing to death.
Huh.
Yeah.
I want a little bit of what they were.
Decent way to
Right?
go.
Take
Man.
that, go to ARC. Maybe I'll like it.
God, he just hasn't stopped dancing. Dude,
The festival's over. It's been 4 days.
I'm just in the park. Sir, we got to tear this whole thing down. I can't stop.
Please.
Ounce.
I need more.
No, I got to keep dancing.
Yeah.
My friend's going to invite me to brunch in the morning.
We'll
Never.
definitely go. Man, I have so much stuff that's way too political. Let's get away from this. I just have something on here. Vet ER.
Is
Okay.
there a vet ER?
Like a vet, like a
Like a veteran. I have to
like a
imagine-
veteran?
No, I think that's like a veterinarian.
Well, you went to
animals.
one. Are you going to tell the story about?
I think I've
your-
told that on here.
Yeah, like that's the only
probably.
thing I can think of was your recent ER visit.
Yeah.
'Cause you had-
Transvestic disorder is still in the DSM-5 as a sexual deviance. Do you know that?
Did you know that?
Sounds political.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's the whole transvestic is just the medical word for being a
Trans person.
trans person. But in the DSM-5 is considered as sexual deviance currently, which is the whole
Oh.
psychological code book for like diagnosing diseases. That's,
Which isn't it? Because the deviance just means it's away from the norm, and most people think they are the gender that they are when they're born. So it is technically a deviance, but it doesn't mean that they deserve less respect or whatever.
Yeah, I think deviance has a
That's a tough term.
yeah, because
Yeah, how do you say it?
But in like you just described it in actually what it means, a variation away from the norm. But in head deviance
Yeah, that
sounds like
has
something
tons
like
of
devil.
words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be doing that.
All of your sexual deviances. It just
Yeah.
has so many
That's fair.
connotation associations with like hell and the devil.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's gonna smell blind.
Well,
Most
most
I
people
just
can
think of
smell. Most people could smell. You can't.
Mama, I can't smell nothing. Oh no, the boy's gonna smell blind.
Wrong kid, Dad.
Wrong kid, Dad. Now this is podcasting.
Someone's gonna listen to this. Like, I love that movie.
You want none of this, do we?
Hold on, this is a good one. What time are we at? I mean, I'm down to go a little longer this time since we're all here.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck yeah. But this is one that I saw making its way around the internet that was pretty interesting. And let's make this a guessing one because it's fun. So the divorce rates. You should probably know about this the most.
Yeah, baby.
So the divorce rates
Don't sit up.
around heterosexual people. Actually, I don't even know this number, but I think it's sitting around 50-ish%, right? Across
Yeah,
the board.
if you do.
Heterosexual couples.
Yeah.
So within homosexual couples, what do you think the divorce rate is between gay men versus lesbian women?
Oh.
I
think
the
it's
difference. You're saying?
No, just say the rate percentage. So
Percentage?
how many?
Are you implying there is a difference?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna guess gay men get divorced less.
correct.
Significantly. I know it's significantly.
Correct. So, gay men get divorced at a 30% rate, and
Okay.
lesbian women get divorced at 70% rate.
Yeah.
The implication from this data is that
Oh fuck!
men
wait.
aren't the problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's true. I think you can validate this. Women, I think women.
Yeah, women
initiate-
fucking suck.
They initiate the divorce the high majority of the time in heterosexual relationships.
Yeah, they do initiate
Yeah.
the divorce, and it's also
But is that because the guy's being a psycho?
no.
The
No.
lesbian data shows
guess,
other.
yeah, that
yeah,
does
it's
show
like
otherwise.
they,
Not
they
guy
do the
being
same
psycho.
thing within those relationships.
Yeah, it's I can't remember what it's called. Smart person online, can't remember what his name is, basically said that there's like the holding it in and kind of like seething on it nature that happens in like marriages with women. If two people are doing that and they're both just holding it in and seething,
Yeah.
there's like the explosion kind of thing, whereas men are kind of get more rational. Also why they get blindsided with divorces. I think it was-
Sure.
I've heard that as common.
I can't remember. Is like neurotic is the word. I don't think it's neurotic. It might
To
be
get
neurotic.
blindsided, or what do you mean?
No, the term for like that behavior, like neurotic behavior. I don't think it's neurotic.
To do what?
I'm looking for.
To build up and then explode.
Yeah, to like
Oh,
just
I
sit
don't know.
and seethe and build. I can't remember what the terminology.
Wait, but
is.
I would have almost guessed guys do that more. I feel like guys push stuff down more and just don't talk about feelings.
But I think they don't explode. I think that's the difference. I think men will go to the grave.
they
doing
can
that.
keep holding it.
Yeah, I think I truly do.
Holding it
I think men will put. Granted, there's exceptions. Men explode. They do it at a rate where men can push down that and then literally never ever talk about it until the day they die, and they
Yeah.
just end up like dying from cancer because they just are extremely stressed out.
Right.
Could be that. Yeah, and then because I was thinking originally when I heard that was like, oh, it's because men can't understand women when women are saying when they're implying that there's something wrong. You know, like the everything's fine, like that kind of
Yeah,
And I was like, that's why it happens. But then I was like, but if it's with another woman, wouldn't another woman understand that the woman is going through something and then they talk it out and then they have a better time in the relationship because they both know all of the time? But for some
But then
reason,
they can't read it either.
but what if they can't? Yeah, I don't know. What if they're
It's like,
just
yeah,
like,
see what we're going through?
and then they can't
don't get
handle
it
it. They're
either.
just like, bitch, tell me how you feel. Fuck this, and then they just leave. Yeah,
I mean, it's quite the hypothesis.
it is. I don't know. I don't.
I
know
mean,
what
we
it
can
is.
all. It's the data speaks for itself. Women are the problem.
It does. I do have to throw this out there.
kidding. I love you, babies.
I do have to do this because I work at a divorce law firm.
He's got to be honest to the craft.
But
Give me that.
that heterosexual divorce rate is, and you'll understand this because statistics are always full of shit if you don't do like the background of it. But first marriages, I think, is like a 25% divorce rate. Second marriages is like, I think, 50%. Third is like 67, and it just keeps going up the more marriages you have.
Yeah.
The 50% divorce rate is all marriages, all divorces. It is not just a like first marriage.
Sure.
So anybody listening to this and you're like, ooh, I don't want to get married. I got a 50% chance of it not working. Technically, you got a 25% chance that it ends horribly.
Yeah.
But like it's
That's
just people
That's
compile
good to know.
all
I
that
did not
together.
know that.
Yeah. It's
I don't know what that style
That's
of
what they do with
statistic
the
taking
the black violent crime statistics, where they're like 55% of violent crime is committed by black people, but then, or no, 6% of the population is black, 55% of the violent crime is committed by black people, but then within the 6%,
repeat crimes.
well, within the 6% of people in that black population, it's like 0.01% that do all the violent crime.
Yeah.
You just have extreme.
Okay.
It's like, and you can stratify that to almost every population. You just
Yeah.
have a sect of them that is just doing so much violent crime that it makes an entire population seem like they're fucking evil.
No.
Yeah.
Statistics are important.
Statistics. They are important, but you have to be able to be like discern them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up like, well, you know, Charlie Kirk said that multiple
Well,
times.
here's the thing. Yeah, that's a great
I
example
was
of
literally just
something.
about to say, we're picking up the mantle.
Now we're back. Women suck. We love Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
No, but that's something that I think again, not assuming, but I think he would cite the 6% population, 55%, and
did.
then not say anything else beyond
Sure,
that.
yeah.
It's like,
He did that all the time.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like those things are used in that circle of people. It's like, well,
Yeah.
either you're not good with statistics or you're being ignorant to perpetuate whatever you're
Yeah.
fucking selling.
Yeah.
The divorce thing makes sense because how many married people do you know? Just anecdotally, it's like I feel like 50% of them don't get divorced.
Yeah. I've had one person so far out of all of them, and it's because he was an alcoholic, but like, so there was some very, obviously a lot to deal with. But I don't know of anyone who is even unhappily married. A lot of them are new, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our friend group's pretty new.
Yeah,
I have one that's been married for
Fair.
a bit.
I guess we're
Like a
probably
long-
not quite old enough. But
Oh,
like,
shit. I have two.
Do you know the
Just keep creeping in.
the average amount of time until a divorce
That's interesting.
occurs into the marriage?
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's
Like,
there's got to be some.
We literally have an article. There's
Really?
we have an article of like there's like whys, like the breaking points. Like there's one that's like our COO wrote it like there's the oops marriage where it's like 0 to 1 year, which is like up or no 0 to like 3 years. Where
Yeah.
It's just like oh I didn't want to do this. You know, straight out of high school kind
A
of thing. where
shocking
it's
wedding,
like,
just fucking forget about it. This
something
shit
like that.
sucks,
And
yeah.
then there's like they have kids and they're just like, oh, you're irresponsible as shit,
Yeah.
kind of like marriage. And then there's like the, oh, kids go off to college. We're empty nesters. We were in it for the kids. There's gray divorces like rising where it's like 65-year-olds are getting divorced. Like, what do you even? Why?
But there's no difference because I have to imagine people beyond 65 are getting divorced at a way less rate than people.
yeah,
who
way
are-
less. But there's
That's
not
what I'm
like,
saying.
but there's not like a set. When you said time, did you mean like
I meant
6 or 7 years? Like, what
it's
do you
like
mean?
what time period is most common for people? Like, is it 5 to 10 years? Is it 10 to 15 that most people get divorced?
There's no. Well, there's definitely probably somewhere where most people
Yeah,
get divorced,
that's
but it's
the
not
question.
like. I don't think there's a breaking point. Like, if you make it past 10 years, you're good. Like, I don't think there's like a.
Sure, no, I'm just saying what's most because I imagine.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like.
I have to
bell
imagine
curve.
it's earlier than later. Like it has to be
Maybe.
within the first 15
Yeah,
years.
I'd guess
way
it's-
more.
I guess
common.
But
it's
now we
0
have
to
a lot of
5
variables to throw in. Is it early with kids, early without kids?
Sure, you can add, but I would
Early
I-
religious,
I would make
early
the argument
non-religious.
without controlling for kids within the first 15 years is way more common than beyond. Which again, this is just an entire assumption. I know nothing about the data.
I'll look Monday.
Hell yeah, follow up next
Because
podcast.
one of the questions we ask is how long of a marriage, because that determines a lot of things. Like if it's a long marriage,
Yeah.
and you're splitting assets, everything is assumed marital.
Yeah.
And if it's 10 years, somebody's probably getting what do you call it, spousal support,
Oh,
because
alimony.
it's like it's a long marriage considered like 10-ish years.
God, just
So-
you told me that interesting fact. I don't remember when we were talking about this, but couples who get a prenup are way more likely to stay together because they're
Yeah.
able to have that mature conversation.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
thought
That
about
makes
that.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
all. That's makes me if I get married, I'm absolutely getting a prenup.
And then also the prenup itself, totally unenforceable most times.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Sorry. It's just not.
So don't
how?
get married.
Why?
No, because the prenup basically is, it has to be fair when it's written and also fair at the time of the divorce. So it's almost pointless to get a prenup.
So it's like static. It just does. It's not dynamic in terms.
Yeah,
of...
a prenup. If you got like let's say you were like, okay, honey, we're getting a prenup, and then all of a sudden you blew up on a podcast and got so much money, and you were like, yeah, no, but back then I only had 100,000, so we're just going to pay it at 100,000. No judge is going to be like, oh yeah, you signed that paper, you screwed, babe. Like, no,
but isn't a prenup like?
I thought that was the reason for prenup.
Yeah, I thought it's literally like, no, you don't get anything that I own.
it still has to be fair though.
That's so stupid.
Still has to be fair.
That
no
is
matter
like
what.
such a perversion of law.
Sorry. sorry to
So,
be the bearer
I
of
guess,
bad news.
But I guess at the end of the day,
But you could also just have the mature conversation again and be like, hey, I just blew up on this podcast. Let's have another conversation of like, you're
want
going to
more
be a
money?
stay-at-home mom or whatever. Like, you all of a sudden have another mature conversation where it's not like you're going to leave them destitute. Because assuming you love this person, you're not going to want to leave them destitute with
Sure.
a $100,000 prenup.
So you do like a follow-up
if you
prenup?
Yeah, it's called a postnup.
Oh.
I guess I
Post-nup
assume
clarity.
so-
Yes, postnup.
I just assume that the nups are used as the protection versus someone turning on you like that. Like I feel like
Yeah, because at the time, if they're going to turn on you, like if
Yeah.
they're like marrying you to get a green card or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and you do a prenup, it's very unlikely that you are going to reach some unfair level of like income disparity, call it.
okay.
But if at the time you say, hey, because you might have heard of ones where it's like, okay, our prenuptial agreement is you, like, I think this happens more in like the Middle East, and it's not, I don't even know if it's a signature one, but it'll be like, you must bear 2 sons to our family, and for each son you will get $1 million kind of thing. Like, that's an agreement kind of
Good
thing.
deal.
And that's like the Saudi, that's like the
bad.
Saudi oil people will be like, you will get rich if
Sure.
you bear me 2 children
Yeah.
that are sons, kind of thing. And then like here it's probably more like, okay, everything that I had before, I still maintain ownership of, like ownership of
Yeah,
an asset.
yeah.
But if I don't know if there's a lot of prenups that'll say like you will get 0 spousal support, because that
Got
would
it.
be considered unfair. Because if it's like, we're gonna get married, I make $200 million a year, you're gonna be a stay-at-home
Yeah.
mom, you're not getting
You're
a damn thing. If you
foregoing
leave.
all career.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
it
you're
happened,
done.
literally happened to one of my friends. I think I've told you. Who literally was,
Oh, yeah.
was a stay-at-home dad throughout their entire marriage, and they got divorced within the past 2 years, and like gives no working skills, and now he just has himself, and his ex-wife has to pay him alimony because
Yeah.
he literally has nothing.
Damn.
So I get it, and that's situation. I think it makes sense
Right.
because they also have a child. To your point, so it's
Right.
Like,
So it's like
get it.
the prenup has to be fair when it is signed,
Yeah.
and they can, like, a judge, if he looks at that prenup, let's say they were like, yeah, this is the prenup we're doing, and then he was like, this is the prenup we had, and it's like a year later.
Yeah.
And a judge looks at that prenup and is like, this is the most unfair piece of paper I've ever seen, because the judge makes the final decision.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, this is categorically unfair.
Yeah.
They'll just toss the prenup out.
Gotcha. I'm just at the end of the day, why get the government involved in your life like that? I feel like that's another thing. Man, I'm
Yeah.
just on a fucking rant with the government on this.
Listen, I don't want to talk about politics.
But that is another. That's such a weird one. It's probably one of the weirdest of like
I
this.
want them in my love life.
Yeah, like the bonding of us has to be of like the government has to get a piece of this.
Yeah.
Like you pay them for a marriage certificate,
Yeah.
and then all this law. Like if you're not married and this happens, what? Yeah, I
It's the
guess
tax breaks, right?
I feel like I've looked into those a couple times and they don't seem as appealing as I thought. I thought it was like massive tax breaks, but
He just didn't want us to have our common law marriage.
yeah, any reason not
the
to.
benefits aren't that good. Hey,
just can't
John,
stand
I'm moving
it.
out. I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Oh, I forgot to share this one with you. And maybe dumb I told you about this, but
Hmm.
I had a dream and I wrote it down immediately after I woke up because it was the most. It's one of those dreams. Okay, I'll just tell you. Literally, dream starts. I'm sitting in class in like high school, just sitting there, and I just that immediate sense of like panic, and I just hear the the teachers say, all right, we're kicking it off. You're going to start naming, like, famous people with funny names. Go. And the first guy next to me
Wait,
goes,
that's a fun game.
dude, literally, but it's like, it starts so fast, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? And the person next to me says, Mark Zuckerberg, and then he goes, Brett Fart, and then the dream ends. And I woke up like, what the fuck?
He's got to do improv.
I mean, dude, part of me woke up and I was like, give me how quick I was in that dream. Brett Fart.
Mark Zuckerberg's great. That's also you.
I get, yeah, true. But
It's your brain.
in the dream, I'm like, God, that guy's fucking good.
That part of your brain is like, God, I'm so
Fuck. All right. Maybe got one more?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you want to just keep going until the fucking sun comes up?
To the break of dawn.
What's the humanity letting... No, that's... Can't get too serious.
can't get too serious.
Wrapping credit card in tinfoil.
For why?
Is that like early days fucking anti...
RFID.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would you put? You're the one that put this on.
Dude, the list is like 1,000 things long. I just throw things on here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You should probably just orate them every time and just like speak into it.
I'm
And then,
usually on the toilet, so just be like, yeah, DoorDash drivers, grabbing food at block or, and then driving to opposite end of
That'd be a good
town.
podcast.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, give this a title.
Shitting and talking.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Oh my God.
Nice.
There's a Steven Seagal reggae album. I haven't listened to it, but
Steven Seagal. He's still doing stuff. Huh?
well, it's older. He made a
Oh.
reggae album.
Got it.
It's really bad. That wasn't the one song. Though.
Yeah, just like his martial arts, really bad.
Yeah, he's just a fat faker. All right, I need to find one thing that we can just end on. Tooth eye surgery.
Tooth, eye. He doesn't remember.
It's something
look at his
crazy.
face. Look at his face. He doesn't remember anything about it. He has no idea what's going on.
Just monodontia.
I fucking wish, dude. All right, we'll end on this one because I thought it was pretty funny. I'm at work. There's been so many things that have happened at my work that people will name things weirdly. Like anal engine was our analytics engine. It would cut off analytics, and it's like we'd be sharing these boards, and like anal engine's just up on the share screen the entire time. But because I work in a company that has tons of medical data, we work with hospitals. You just get patient records with crazy things on the records, like diseases and
HIPAA?
conditions. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, it's all HIPAA protected. But like,
Are you about to break HIPAA?
I'd have to like tell you an ID number associated with the name, associated with an address. But yes, I'm about to break.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But so we're in where'd it go? So we're doing this stuff with neural nets where we're trying to train all this data on claims that are considered medical necessities that get denied. So like you go to the doctor, you have something, and the code they put on is just this is a medical necessity, and the insurance company goes, it's not a medical necessity. Or the denial reason is it's not a medical necessity. So an insurance company goes, that's not a medical necessity.
They put in a code, and the doctor's just like, this is what he needs, and then the insurance
Yes.
company says, well, it's not necessary. Why would we pay for that?
Yeah. So I'm in this long meeting. We're going over all this stuff that I don't understand because I'm not a data scientist, like neural nets and the statistics behind them and all these statistical measurements that I've never heard of in my entire life. We're deep in the data, and there's examples and charts and 4D charts and 5D. It's just like all this shit. One of the data scientists pulls up this like record that we're looking at as an example, and it was just this guy. It was like blah 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 guy. Like, it was either vicious rectal abscess or something that was like violent rectal abscess. And it's just, the whole meeting's like half of it's just like stuff. And then this is just blown up on a screen for the last 30 minutes. And the guy's just still talking. It's like, this is also like,
Higher ups meeting, I'm assuming.
yeah, everyone's in there. There's a CIO, there's the guy who's above me, and there's
Our friend.
but there's also, importantly so, that the data set's large enough to where you could pick any record.
What are the odds?
It's this guy just like, rectal abscess. That's the one we're running for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Are there images?
No.
Well, is it even a record then?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta
What are you
have
talking
pictures.
about?
You gotta have pictures of
I mean, yeah, they're in a city, but we don't. It would be crazy if we started using like imaging technology with our data scientists. Be like, is it,
medical necessity.
is this necessary? Look, take this insurance.
Take this. Deny this.
Oh my god. All right, one more. Are we done? What do you guys want?
Got any peeves?
Ooh,
Big peeve. Yeah, any new peeves? Recent peeves. I feel like
Man.
peeves are ever
Ever evolving.
evolving.
I feel like peeves lately have been all political shit because of
God, this guy just won't shut up about politics.
was just all the conversations with friends that like you're talking to them and no one's really thinking about what they're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's probably just in general a big peeve of mine. We talk about things, people say things to me that feel canned.
Yeah.
Like it's like they already know what they're gonna say. They're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like we're not talking to each other.
Right.
You're just fucking talking at me the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You should tour the country and set up tents and ask people to debate you.
Just invite debate.
Yeah.
Just
wholesome conversation.
eventually get millions of people following me. I think it's probably a good venture. Probably
I don't know if a lot of people would disagree with you. I feel like this is going to
There'd be
sound
so many people
Oh,
that disagree
yeah.
with me.
I feel like
Most of the work.
oh yeah, actually yeah, because you did say burn down
Those
the public
truancy
school
laws?
system.
That was fucked
Yeah,
up.
dude.
You did say burn down the public school system.
Well, if I was actually debating people in a public forum, I wouldn't be saying this is a comedy podcast.
oh, it is.
I gotta go.
I didn't know you were here for
I
the
said
fun.
my name on this.
That's your
know-
trick. If you're losing the debate, just default to
You're like,
jokes.
this is a comedy
Like, dude,
podcast,
it's a
right?
joke. Shut up.
This is a comedy forum.
But no, like if I was like fucking debating at Cambridge, I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna burn down the public. Like you just gotta say it more eloquently. Otherwise, those people if people hear that
Yeah.
are already arguing with you, they're not gonna hear anything else you're saying.
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
tactful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Gotta
said
try to
tact
find it.
earlier, so I
I
thought,
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought tactful was nice. Where they bring it all together.
Peeve, go.
But that's a great idea, though. Yeah.
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 Peeve, go.
Peeve.
I don't have one.
Peeve.
I'm pretty content in life right now.
Oh my God! Shut up.
You know what?
Peeve.
Black pilots. No.
And we're done.
Cut that for sure. But
Oh, it's staying in. No, that's gonna be clipped up, nice and
I
easy.
don't know. You got any?
I was thinking of work ones, but that's.
It's the most.
I mean, I guess yeah. It's work.
Everyone's got
well, no, I'm saying like there's plenty to pick from. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
yeah.
that-
No, yeah. I was just saying. I was trying to think of like a peeve out in the non-work world, just like existing.
Yeah.
But no, like a work one. I think this is common enough in most workplaces. But when you are, if you're in a role where, and I know you have this one for sure because we've talked about it, but when you're in a role where people can and will reach out to you for things,
Sure.
regardless of, no matter what situation you're in, I have an office door closed, people will not go out of their way, but will come up to my window. They'll stand in front of the window.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Do like
Oh,
wave
really?
things, and like it's an emergency, and it'll always be something, not always, but usually it's like something very low level IT, where
Yeah.
it's just like unplug it, plug it back in kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not so much, that's not the part that's the peeve, because it is a part of my job. It's the peeve part is no one's intending to do it, but it's when it's a series of things in a row, and I get back to my desk and it happens again.
Yeah, there's
and I
another
get
person
back to
waiting.
my desk and it happens again.
Yeah.
And again and again and again. And it's no one's fault.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what is the universe doing to me? I just want to get this one thing done. And then I get back to my desk and I was like, what was I working on? I don't even remember.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I'm shot for like an hour, and then I get back into it, and then it
Momentum's
all
a very
happens again.
real thing.
And it all happens again. Like I remember the day in particular where it was just, that was the cycle, and I would sit down for an hour and be like, all right, I'm finally getting into it. Repeat cycle over and over again. And I'm like, I'm never going to come into work. I'm just going to work from home.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to do the thing that all men do in these situations and apply a solution potentially.
Hold on, you're not listening to how he's feeling.
Do you want a solution, or do you want me to listen to how you're feeling about it? I
Well,
should ask that up front.
We're at a 30% divorce rate because I feel like men would give a solution. Give me a solution. I feel like a man to a man would give a solution. That's why we solve everything.
Yeah, they're solving problems.
Babe,
Men run the world, baby.
babe, we haven't had sex in a while and it's making me feel bad. Oh, let's fuck. Dope.
Solution. And maybe you already have this place. Do you have any software in place that is just like help desk level shit?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say that'd probably make a lot of that go away when you have tier 1 stuff that is literally like, if it is this, it gives them recommendations on turn on and off again. So all those.
Oh,
like,
they know. They know.
I know, but even you having something that they have to go through first puts a barrier between them going to your office and knocking away.
Good.
It's a good deterrent. I think that's why a lot of companies have that shit.
Well, we're buying Team ChatGPT now, and I'm going to make a IT GPT.
Yes.
Where it's just like, take a screenshot, drag it in here, and try whatever it tells you to do. Because a lot of the time it's like, this thing popped up. What do I do?
And that's way better than fucking basic help desk shit.
Yeah.
I think can think to some degree.
Yeah, like just describe what it is, or usually they'll, if it's something crazy or whatever, they'll take a screenshot and drag it in there and be like, do this first before you come talk.
Because when I hear that problem, I'm like, buddy, software. That shit's probably going to help so much.
You said they know stuff already, though, right? I don't think.
I mean, some people know stuff. I mean, a lot of people are like older there, so it's like the standard computer thing. Like a guy today, he's real old, but he just started, and what did he describe it as? He described, it was weird the way he described. Okay, so I went in and I helped him print an email. He didn't know how to print email.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Printing email
Brutal
just as a
sentence.
concept is tough.
So brutal that sense, printing email. And he was just like, and I showed him 2 ways to do it. And he was like, it just blows my mind how much stuff is out there. And this was his exact phrase. He was like, we live in a world where matter cannot be created or destroyed. And there's just so much stuff.
Wow, you got pretty happy on you. As you're printing emails?
You're like,
And I was like, yeah, it's just all in the cloud.
wait, are
And he
you
was like,
actually smart? What?
That's why I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's just all in the cloud. And he was like, this AI is going to be the death of me. And I was like,
No, that's just an
printing
email.
an email.
It's hilarious that that's what's going on in the middle of it.
That's why I'm like, as we're walking to the copier, he's like, this AI is going to be the death of me. And I'm like, he just printed an email.
He just sees a green screen on a weather channel, like, man, AI is here.
It's about to take over. Holy
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, like that's the level of like old person with computer that I work with on a daily basis where it's just like, oh, okay, like I grew up around it. I am underestimating how much growing up around technology has made it just fair. I am streamlined to being like, yeah, this is the problem. It's so obvious, and people are blown away by, wait, I can copy. You're telling me I can print my email to? This was to get a voicemail because our system makes voicemails go to email because people like to read it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he printed it there, and I was like, you could also go to your voicemail and do this and copy and paste it. He was like, 2 places?
I mean,
telling me it's in 2
in his
places?
defense, if he's really old, like 70s or something,
Yeah, he's 75.
yeah, we're talking what? You're growing up in 1950s,
Yeah.
which is like,
To
I
his,
guess 60s.
Yeah, imagine the internet hitting you at like age 40 or 50.
Oh my god! I mean, dude,
or
most
older.
of his life was like a phone was a crazy thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
He of course he tells a lot of stories about back in the day.
Hell yeah!
But it's
That's
just like,
awesome.
he was like, I thought the electric typewriter was not going to take off.
yeah,
And because they're all hand, all paper, everything
Yeah.
is written.
Yeah.
Copies were like literal. You in order to have a copy of something, you drew or wrote out the entire thing, and then you had those like carbon copies underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was the only way to have true copies before the copier.
yeah. We definitely.
Every moment in history, there's someone who's like, that technology is a fun toy, but that'll never be mainstream.
Yeah.
Like
You think we have
computers,
that?
airplanes.
Like we're all here at least in agreement, and I feel like the entire maybe world, like AI is going to be the next, and kind of is the next AI or the next technology, but no one's like, that won't take off because it's like,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm hitting the point where I've always been like, well, it'll never like fully replace software engineers, but like, probably will. It'll probably.
suckers.
I,
Look at you.
yeah.
two.
Because I can't conceptualize that now, even with how good AI is.
Yeah.
But then I think of the guy who's like, airplanes are fun, but they won't be used in the military. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, now it's like most of the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, that I just hope that we have, which maybe it's not even possible, but we grew up with technology, and now that because we're so in it, and I grant we're all working in tech heavy things.
Yeah.
But and I guess my dad is also like still up to date with everything just because he's in that field. But never to be the person who doesn't know how to like work with the thing that's running the world.
Yeah.
Like that would just be unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know what advancement beyond
odds are
technology.
it might happen.
I don't know.
We're going to be 90 someday.
True. At that point, I think it's okay. Like, but I guess the guy's 75. But like I just said, my dad he's been a software engineer and then has been in the tech field. And he is more up to date with most of the stuff than I
fair,
am.
yeah.
And it's just like if you're involved in it, I think you're fine. But if you choose, if like back in the 60s or 70s, you chose something like getting into the system that is them changing the front of things when you like call the operator and they have to like pin you over, like that industry has died.
Yeah.
So like you could just take a wrong turn to something that totally peters out.
Yeah.
But technology's so big in general now that I feel like you get into most technological things and it would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're using we'll call it the general population's level of technology, but the people that are like actually creating the LLMs are like,
Oh yeah,
they're on another level.
they're
of tech.
scientists.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
another level way up here, and we're using the general like
Yeah.
if there's something crazy up there that they're using that we don't know about, maybe like I don't know what they would be using.
Quantum.
Yeah, that's the next big
Quantum
thing.
would be the next big thing, but even then, I feel like I get how quantum's supposed to work. Like there is a state between 0 and 1, and they can be a bunch of different states.
But that's one of those things. It's like I don't know if so like for example, the people who are data scientists at my company talk about this work using neural nets, which I would argue that's some more extremely like there are people with PhDs in that field have been working at all these institutions.
Yeah,
They're still not the people making the stuff. Like they're not creating the hardware and software to do these things, but they do understand. Like you can almost have an understanding of how it works without understanding how it's made. Yeah, like if it gets to a point where we have quantum AI, I would imagine even some of the smartest people don't know.
Very few people are actually on the bleeding edge. Of
Yeah, and like
technology.
making it.
there.
But so I think it's just there's the general, then there's like the professionals, and then there's scientists, and the people who are like the very tiny bit who are like, I created AI.
Yeah, I did that. Quantum AI.
Which is always funny when they like I saw a video of it, it's like the godfather of AI talks AI on this podcast. Like, who claims that? What did he do? Made a
feel like,
binary
Dude,
tree.
AI was invented in like the 60s.
Yeah.
Like we just didn't have compute to run
It's
it.
just a decision tree.
Yeah, it's,
at the end of the
it's
day-
freakishly simple.
Yeah,
at the end of
but
the
then it's like at scale with the internet, it can become complex with that many decisions.
Yeah.
To be the godfather of like, I made a decision tree, and they're like, holy shit, and he thinks it's all gonna kill us. I'm like, bro, you made a decision tree in the '60s.
There's so many.
Like, it's hilarious to
I
use these.
have never seen that.
Yeah, there's literally he
The
thinks
first
that.
transistor, like I'm worried for humanity.
Just staring at like a fucking static object, like, oh my god,
I mean, the foresight
it's
on
gonna
that man.
kill us all.
He just pictures the robot just getting in someone's face.
He's like, oh.
Oh no.
Starts following him around the house, goes into his kitchen at night, turns on the lights, just on the counter. Oh!
People would think he's crazy. Then you'd have to fast forward 200 years and be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, he was
I
right.
feel like that narrative always fucking, with just the doom people, and I could be wrong, but there's always people who hop in like, it's gonna fucking get. Anyone who's so certain, I have a hard time being like, and grant, I can be a certain piece of shit sometimes.
Yeah,
with all this
you are a
government
certain
stuff.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Certain kind of shit. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's fair. But I have data.
That's fair.
I feel like I have data, and the people who suggest like AI doom and gloom, there is no data to suggest that it's only benefited.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's just a vibe.
Well, it hasn't benefited everybody.
Sure, I mean the grok gas,
Grok gas,
lot
of
AI farts.
AI or electric bills going up because of the burden on the grid.
Sure, okay. Sorry, let me be straight. There's trade-offs. I'm just saying overall net positive in terms of what's been going on.
I would say net positive.
And when you have only that data and people going, it's gonna fucking kill everyone. It's like, where are you getting that from? These assumptions that it's like the climate science stuff, which don't get me wrong, there's stuff in there where you're like, yeah, can be concerning, but the idea that like world's gonna end in 10 years, or there's gonna be no like inhabitable land in the next 5, it's like those you don't have the data to suggest those things. You're just fucking doom scaring everybody into this.
Like, we have 5 years until the temperature raises 1 degree, and then we're all fucked.
Yeah. Remember that movie Inconvenient Truth made by Al Gore? The whole thing was like, in 20, 30 years, we're going to have no land that can be farmed. And the oceans will have like encapsulated like all of America.
How long ago was that?
That was in early 2000s when it came out. I think right before or after 9/11.
Okay. All right.
So that was his whole. That was Al Gore's whole thing. It was
we
like,
got some time.
yeah, right. It's probably gonna
we're
end in the
fine.
next 5 years.
We got about 5 years left.
All right. On that note, you didn't give us a peeve. You
I did
fucker.
think of one.
All right.
I don't
Nice.
know if I've talked about this, but work peeve.
Yes.
When people ping you
Yes.
and they just say hi, or like, "Hey Joe,"
Oh.
and I'm waiting for the fucking question. It's like, just send me the question.
Yeah.
They say hi, and then they wait till you read it, and then they send the message. Hate that shit.
That's a tough one. I think I only have one person at my work who does that to me.
Really?
Yeah. And
You ever get that?
Nope.
it's
It's just immediately like, this thing broke.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I even sometimes, like, when people even message me and say, like, hi, like, don't even fucking do that. Just fucking message me about the thing you want.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But, like, they'll do it included with the ask. I'm saying don't even
if-
don't even fucking say
in
hi.
the same block.
Dude, I never say hi to
I don't
someone.
either, yeah.
I just go like, hey, yo, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Why are you saying
Yeah.
hi to me? I'm here.
Right. Imagine separate messages.
That's
and then
crazy.
like time between.
You should just never answer.
No, I don't. I've started that. Also, this is a common thing. There's a website called nohello.com.
Okay.
And you just go there and it just has a whole blurb of like exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the idea is you put it in your status. So like
So what does it say?
if people like go to message you on Teams, it just you have a status and it's just the link. And then they click on it and it says, "Don't just say hi to me, say the whole
Oh, it
message."
brings them to.
Yes. And I've gotten very close to doing that. But I
Yeah,
haven't. I've decided against it.
Yeah,
every
probably don't
time.
do that.
I know.
It's
yeah.
like the most passive aggressive bullshit.
I know. But like, damn.
I can appreciate the inclination to do it totally.
It is. It's like half joking, but still.
Yeah, because there would be one person who'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
fuck
like I
you."
don't want my boss to read
It'd be
that.
so funny. Yeah, but it's also it's crazy that people would just say hi and just sit there,
Yeah.
wait.
Like, I think that's probably their way of asking, hey, you got a minute? Like, it's just hi.
Yeah, but
and
it-
if you reply, then
say
you must
that.
not be busy.
But the answer to that is it depends what you're talking about. So just
Yeah.
send me the message.
True.
Because then
Cool.
yeah, fuck.
I mean, hey, you got the floor, man.
Nah,
You can go on.
that's
All right. Well,
fucked up.
good part. Good part.
Good
End?
Brett
Good
Fart.
part. Brad Fart. Night, everyone.